if you think changing a tyrannical government that profits off of your pain is going to be easy, you're sadly mistaken. A lot of people thought that when I ran for governor, well, I'm not in your state, so it doesn't really matter. Kash isn't in our state, but it does matter. Because we all know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. And we all talk. So the idea is for these candidates, just like I was, is to get the people's support. When they, listen to me, I cannot stress this enough to you. When candidates are owned by PAC money, such as Big Pharma, alcohol, tobacco, these entities stop our legislators from acting on our will. Because if they do, they lose their campaign funds. They do not work for us if they have PAC money. Right. It is that simple. You want to know if they're funded by PAC money? Go pull up their campaign finance report. That's how you identify. So people like Kash came from Illinois. We absolutely need to be calling our family, friends, cousins, nieces, nephews, old high school mates, and maybe in Chicago. Because we never know who we impact when we talk. Right. Example, nobody knew what DCF was doing until I started screaming in Kansas. And now I have people from all over the country. What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! That's the voice they will hear.
Well, we're not going to quit.
No! And we're not going to stop. Because now the unity is becoming overwhelming to them. And we keep going. We reach out. Don't sit at home. You know, I used to tell somebody, touch somebody once a day. Somebody new. Once a day.
Yeah.
Once a day. Make a point to make a call. Don't give me the excuse, I ain't got time. Because you're not going to like my response.
Connie's going all over the country with the Family Forward Project.
You guys just need to get behind the Family Forward Project. You need to get behind the candidates that are running for office. Jeff's right here marching with us. That says something. Cash, listen. And here's something else you need to understand.
And they're denying parents due process. And they're still up to their dirty tricks, and we're here to let them know, even though my kids are back, they're still out there stealing kids. And my kids are here protesting with me for the first time in 3 years almost, to let DCF know we're not done yet. We're going to change the system. We're going to stop trafficking children. We're going to expose you, get you out of office. We're going to litigate. We're going to train and teach parents how to fight you. Here they come.
First.
We got a saying in the military. Reach one, teach one. If I didn't know, if I didn't go through what I went through, there's no way I would have been able to educate as many people as I have about the issues with the state. If I didn't know, if I hadn't learned and taken the time to learn about the federal subsidies pouring out of Social Security into the states to incentivize these state courts to take your children. If I didn't learn that, I couldn't educate somebody. But if I did learn it and I didn't educate somebody else, then that knowledge does nothing. That knowledge is power. And they fear that we know that the people know what they're doing and how they're doing it and why they're doing it. You must empower the people, and to do so, you yourself must learn. I don't care if you never graduated high school. I don't care if you never made it to the 7th grade. It does not matter what your educational background is. If you have a kindergarten education and you can form words in basic sentences, you can learn. You can teach others. And in doing so, you empower people. When we empower people and you reach them and you show them, this is what's happening. This is what happens. This is what transpires. We connect. I will tell you this. There is no weapon on this planet that has ever been formed that is greater than the spirit of a human being. What you wield inside you, every single person, and she said it over here, it only takes one, and that is all that it takes. One person with the spirit and the drive to say no more. You will not fool me anymore. One person stands up, and then we multiply.
United, we stand. Somebody once said to me, Jennifer, I was complaining about being a business owner, taking a huge hit from my own contracts. And I said, I don't know if I can do this anymore, man. I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of taking it on commercial contracts, and then I have to facilitate 35 people to feed their children. And a general contractor looked at me, a very wise man, and said, oh, I'm sorry. Did you think running a business was easy? Because if you thought that, don't you think everybody would do it? Well, don't you know that running for office is even harder? Do you understand the type of attacks I had to deal with against me, against my integrity, against my family?
I was there.
You were there, and it was horrendous. And all along, all I wanted to do was stop the corruption.
We are the voice for our children. We will restore freedom in our country, will we not?
We will. So what is it we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Justice! When do we want it? Now!
The system needs fixed!
7, 8, 9!
The children are mine!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
3, 4, 5, 6! The system needs fixed! 7, 8, 9! The children are mine! What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
1, 2, 3! That's how'd you get their attention. Everybody in that building damn well knows what's going on. And they heard us. Because they don't want to face the people who they're afflicting. Because, you know, we're just the ones that pick up the tab. This is no longer acceptable. There is no excuse in the world to me why you can't stand up and fight for these kids. Free our children! Fools no more! Free our children! Fools no more! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When? Now! When? Now! That is a wrap.
I said justice will be served on a hot tray with a side of freedom.
We had a rally, Greg Orman, James Thompson, a lot of great speakers in the Kansas Capitol. We're changing this.